So thank you so much for being on my channel today. Could you tell me your name and where you're visiting from?
My name's Marie and I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Lovely, okay. And could you tell me a bit about your trip? Like, is it your first time? How long are you staying?
Yeah, sure. No, this is our first holiday with my son and I overseas to Japan. And being my first time, I originally did a tour. And then now we've got some free days on our own and I fly home tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've been here for about just over a week now. Yeah, yeah.
And today we are in Asakusa. Could you tell me why you chose to come to Asakusa?
Yeah, sure. It's been one of the places that were on my list due to a bit of the traditional side and also the market side of it. It was in my tour, but the day I had come it was raining, so it was just lots of umbrellas and getting poked in the eye a lot, and got some time to kill today, so I was like, I'm coming back here. Yeah, and I'm loving it.
Good.
Taking my time, going through everything, trying all the food and drinks. Yeah, it's lovely.
Nice. What have you tried whilst you're here?
Well, we tried the famous melon bun, is it? The sweet bread, and we just had a strawberry soda pop drink, very refreshing on a hot day, and that's it so far.
Okay.
When we've been here.
Yes,
Yeah.
So you went on a tour. Is that mainly in Tokyo, or did you go outside of Tokyo?
Yeah, we started off in Tokyo as our meeting point. Then we went down past Mount Fuji, but unfortunately due to the weather we didn't see the mountain. Then we stopped at Osaka for 2 nights, and then from there we did Nara, Kyoto, and all the main attractions around there, and then we made our way back up to Tokyo. Yeah.
And then you have a few days left.
And then we had a few days, and then we went to Team Lab Borderless, which was amazing. Better than what I thought it would be. It really blew my mind. And then yesterday we went to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, the Shibuya Sky Tower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a really good view, isn't it?
Yes, it's amazing when you're up the top there. And thank God we had lovely weather, because the first half of the trip's been raining. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's some of the most amazing things? What are some memories that you have made on this trip that you will be taking with you for the rest of your life?
There's so many. I really loved the bamboo forest. That was another one that was on my list. Just extremely busy, but that's to be expected. And Nagori Castle. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names right, but that was lovely. And I think just embracing the culture and just seeing something different and doing something different for a holiday instead of always the same thing all the time. But lots of beautiful. Osaka was amazing. I really would have liked to do more shopping there. But just enjoying it in general. Yeah.
And can I ask you one last question? How have you found the food, and has there been anything that amazed you, for good or bad reasons?
Food is, I'm a sucker for ramen. I've had so many ramens. I've probably overdosed on them now. My son really enjoyed, we had a Japanese sirloin steak down at Osaka. That was probably his big highlight. I just think there's just a variety of lots of different things. I've had some of the sashimi here, which is just melts in your mouth. It's beautiful. The matcha ice cream, and then if you get a blend with 2 different flavours in it, yum. Lovely. Yeah. Oh, and I've been drinking a lot of Asahi beer because it's a Japanese beer, so I've been drinking that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all your answers. That was lovely. And enjoy your last evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That was so nice. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for being on my channel today. Could you tell me your names and where you're visiting from?
Callum from Manchester, England.
And Emily from Birmingham, England.
Okay, and why did you come to Japan?
Well, this is our second visit here. The first time we came, we were also doing a trip of Southeast Asia, and it was just an easier destination to travel to from that country. We like experiencing new cultures and something different. And obviously Tokyo was up there on the bucket list for us. So, that's the reason.
Any more to add to that?
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay. Okay, so I'm interested to know about like your first time visiting and why you chose to come again after that experience. Like what kind of things did you do and what did you feel was missing from your first time?
Yeah, I think the first time we went to like Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka and Hiroshima, and we didn't do any of the countryside stuff, whereas this time we wanted to go to countryside places like Takayama, where else? Matsumoto.
Shirakawa.
Yeah. So yeah, we just wanted a different experience that we missed from last time.
Yeah, okay. How far along in your trip this time are you?
2 weeks.
Towards the end.
Yeah, so we've got 3 weeks this time. And
And we leave on the 28th, so in like 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've done most of the stuff, have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just finishing in Tokyo.
Okay. And how did it compare, like the city vibe of Japan and then like the more countryside areas?
I really liked it, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the countryside, it's a lot different to the cities, but yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, particularly like Takayama was one of our favourite places. The people were just so friendly. Like the locals were really friendly. You get that more intimate, I think, vibe when you go into restaurants and pubs and things. They really want to talk to you. I mean, you get it here too, but it just feels a bit more personal, I'd say, in those smaller places.
Not so busy.
Not so busy as well, which is always a plus for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask you about like the food and like restaurants and stuff. What's like some of the food highlights that you've experienced whilst here?
We're vegetarian, so it makes it more difficult because there's not that many vegetarian places in Japan compared to like other parts of Southeast Asia. So yeah, it's like where we can find like ramen restaurants, the curry restaurants, what else? Gyozas.
Yeah, that's mostly it, to be honest.
And obviously 7-Eleven has some good food as well.
Yeah, we do rely on 7-Eleven and Family Mart, Lawson for a lot of food because we're vegetarian. It's difficult, but you know there are some really good vegetarian vegan places too. And even in one of the train stations we went to, there was a vegetarian and vegan booklet in the Tourist Information Centre, which was new for us. We haven't seen it like advertised like that before. And then I use TikTok a lot to find places recommended for vegetarians and vegans, which makes it a bit easier, I'd say. But still, the queuing culture is difficult when you've got to, with the popular places, especially when you're limited in your options. You know, you can be waiting for a while to get in. But we've been fortunate with making reservations for a lot of those places too. So we do have to be picky and mindful and do our research in advance. That's what we do, you know. Just do it all in advance so we don't get stuck.
There are quite a lot of vegan restaurants though, to be fair. You can find them.
You can find them, yeah. So I wouldn't let it put anyone off travelling because you know you can definitely find those places.
I just love talking about convenience stores. What's like the best thing you found in there, or like some of the best things? Like, were you surprised? Because I know in the UK we don't really have convenience stores,
No,
so
nothing like that. You know, they've got the microwaves at the front, so you can buy all the food and heat it up, or take it back to your hotel, and they all have microwaves there. My personal favourite is cheese balls. Yeah, you can. They're not as popular anymore.
In the bread section.
Yeah, in the bread section.
They used to be in 7-Eleven, but they're not there anymore. They have them in
anymore.
Family Mart. They were like in the little plastic tray. The rices are nice, like the rice triangles and stuff. And there's egg sandwiches for us because it's an easy
the only vegetarian sandwich you can get.
So I was talking to someone the other day and they were like all about the egg sandwiches. Is that like a big TikTok thing? Because obviously I live here, so I don't like...
I never saw on TikTok first. I think we just went into the shop and realised it was the only thing we could eat. But I have heard about it going more viral and people liking it. It's like the ham and cheese toasties you get in Thailand that goes like viral. Everyone loves them. It's that sort of thing now. I think it's becoming in Japan where people like the cheese sandwiches. But they do really nice things like in the pudding sections too. They got like matcha puddings and things like that.
I've tried every single one.
Love matcha.
Okay. And just one last question. What kind of stuff did you find online? Because like TikTok, Instagram, all this stuff is like really, Japan is like really booming, I think. Was there anything that you saw online and then you decided to incorporate into your trip?
Oh, loads of stuff. I don't even know where to start with that. Probably the one that we've done really recently was the Alpine route in the Japanese Alps. It depends which way you start from, I guess, but we did it from Kanazawa to Matsumoto.
Like hiking?
No.
It's like an alpine route. It's got like buses, cable cars, what else? Trains,
Yeah,
all sorts of different
tramways.
things that take you over the Alps. You can do walks while you're there and stuff. It's quite cool.
Yeah, and there wasn't that much information on TikTok about that, but you
No.
found a blog
Found some
online
blogs, yeah.
which gave you the advice on what to do, because it
Yeah.
can be quite daunting and complicated in advance. But once you've got your tickets and you're there, it's really well organised, like everything in Japan.
Yeah. I feel like it's harder to plan than Southeast Asia because I don't think as many backpackers go, so it's not on all the main backpacker sites, but you can usually find blogs that help you out.
Gosh, because like I didn't know about that trip, but it must be such a good way to see that nature part.
Yeah,
It looks, and in winter it looks really cool, but obviously we're not here for that.
Complete opposite.
It's too hot now.
Yeah, I think it's difficult for first timers in Japan as well, because when you look at things to do in Japan, it is all the tourist hotspots, and that's obviously what we did the first time round, was Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima, Tokyo, and obviously it was really good. But if I was coming again for the first time, I'd definitely incorporate some of the more countryside areas. Like Takayama was honestly one of my favourite places I've been to, so I definitely. But you don't see that recommended yet. But maybe soon.
Okay, lovely. Well, thank you. That was really informative, and sounds like you're having a great time. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your